Are we live? Are we live? Let's see. It looks like we're live. Yes, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another weekly live stream drawing tutorial class, lessons, whatever you want to call it. We're live. That's right. What does that mean that we're live? That means in the chat right now, I get to see if you chat, talk, or comment. I'll be able to see what you're saying. And yes, so welcome everybody to another live stream draw. Today we've got two, count them two. I know I was saying I'm going to just do one a week, but we're going to do two today. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to start off with a character I never heard of. The character's name is Foo, I believe. And yes, we're going to draw this guy first. So with that, let's get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another cartoon drawing tutorial. Today we are drawing Foo from, I believe the show is called Ums. You guys might be able to tell me better, but first we got to get our 3Ps out. Our pencil, our pen, and our pencil. Wait, pencil, pen, and a pencil? What do we need? We need paper. Let's get out our papers too, and hopefully you have an eraser as well. And let's get started. If you got all your supplies, we're going to turn our papers, portrait or up and down, and we're going to go ahead and start drawing Foo. Jenna's in the chat. She says, hi. What's up, Jenna? Hopefully you have your pencils today. Doesn't matter whose birthday is coming up. We got to get our pencils out. All right. So start with our pencils. Pencils first, everybody. We are, where's my pencil? All right, here we go. Sort of a pencil. We're going to start off nice and easy. We're going to start off with a giant circle. Look at that. Look at that big circle, just filling up our paper almost. But leave some room on the top because there's a little part to this character that we have to draw on the top. So I'm going to make a nice big circle. All right. Once you have your huge, big old circle, this is where I would pause it because I have to do something real quick. Okay. Haha. So live, I can't cut it off. But once you have your big circle, we're going to put another circle inside the big circle. Just like this. So we're going to leave a little space. It's almost like we're drawing a giant bicycle wheel. All right. Just like that. All right. Just like that. That's it. You got it. All right, Jenna's got her pencil. Good. All right. If you guys both, as everyone's got their circles, we are going to now do the secret that we do here in this channel, the artist secret, the magic T. And this is why it's a secret for us artists, because this is how we make our drawings perfect in the face. All right, I'll show you. We're going to draw a magic T. I'm actually not going to draw it straight down like this. I'm going to angle it just slightly, but I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down. So it's almost like we're drawing a slanted line. Try that again. There we go. A little bit of a slant on this magic T. And then up here near the top, we're going to draw a line across. So see, we got a magic T. See the T? But it is a little bit slanted. A lot of times we will be drawing them straight, you know, so we have a straight face. But this character is going to be leaning just slightly. All right, we're humming right along. I might have slanted this guy too much, but that's okay. Okay, all we're going to do now is we're going to draw two hairs shooting up on the top of his head. And you're thinking, people especially that know this character, they're going to be like, he doesn't have hair up there. But I'll show you what we're going to do. First, we're going to draw over here on the side, all the way up, a curvy line. Just a little curvy line, just like that. And see how it's kind of curving up? It's almost like we're making a ramp. Woo! We're going to fly off this ramp. We're going to go on the other side of his head, and we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to curve up this direction. Just like that. All right. Okay. We're going to draw his face as well. So all we're going to do is we're going to use that magic T line, and we are going to draw a nice oval or an egg, and we're going to go all the way across that magic T to the other side and do the same thing. Now I'm leaning my eggs. I'm leaning my eggs just a little bit so they're kind of leaned in, going towards the center. You don't have to do that, but if you want to, awesome. I'm also going to use that magic T line. I'm going to draw inside each egg a circle and a circle. Just like that. And then I'm going to color in my eggs, my eyeballs. All right. All right. Let's make a nice, beautiful, happy smile. We're going to go down this magic T line. I told you this magic T line is pretty cool. And we're just going to make a straight line going across it like that. And then we're going to make a U shape or a smile line. I mean, it is a smile. So let's make that smile. And notice that this little line that we made here is going off just a little bit. Then we're going to make a little cheek, a little curved line for his cheek right there. Okay. So a cute little guy, right? I'm going to see now if we need this. I don't think we need the magic T anymore. So what we're going to do, we can go ahead and erase the magic T if you can. You can also erase the magic T after you ink in if it's easier. This one actually might be not too hard because there's so little stuff inside this one. It's the bigger one. So I'm looking, my eye over here is a little bit small. The eye should be the same size. So I'm going to eyeball my eyes here. I want to make sure these eyes are a little bit even. All right. I think that's more even. Doesn't take too much to make them even. All right. Now, let's go downwards. Let's go down to his body. We're going to draw right out here. Let's see, right over here, if you go by your mouth, go across, we're going to draw just basically a big curved line. It almost looks like I don't know, a fish hook, kind of a curvy fish hook over there, right? This will become an arm. It will become one. I mean it. All right, we're going to go across the same way. Over here by his mouth, we want to kind of even it up. And we're going to draw another curvy line. This one's going to go like this. Check this out. We're going to do a curvy line. Just like that. And except for, we left this alone, but here we're going to add a circle. We're going to add a circle to the end here. Just like that. Nice, beautiful circle. I don't know if mine is beautiful, but it's definitely a circle, right? Sort of. So a lot of times when we're drawing, I like to look at every character that we draw, and I like to see what shapes do you see. Before you start drawing, kind of look at the shapes. What makes this character? And I can tell you already, we've got circles, we got ovals, we got circles. So guess what we're going to draw next? We're going to draw an oval. We're going to go down here underneath this fishy hooky thing, real close to his body, and we're just going to draw a nice big oval. Just like that. Easy, easy. All right, let's go to make, this is going to be his foot. We're going to make another foot over here. And this one is not going to be an oval. So don't jump ahead. Don't try and guess what we're going to do because it's always, artwork's always kind of changing and moving around. So we're going to draw actually a big rainbow, a rainbow line. Can you believe it? Right over here. Look at that. Look at that rainbow. So it's not connecting with his body. Both the oval and the rainbow are not connecting with his body. We want to have a little bit of room. I don't know if my rainbow's that. Oh my goodness, my rainbow's smudged. Hold on. Hold on. I got to draw my rainbow again. Let's do this. There we go. There's my rainbow. There's my rainbow. Okay. Now all we're going to do, we're going to connect the rainbow ends with a slight curvy line. Just like that. Foo is coming along. In fact, Foo is just about done. Can you believe it? All right. So all we're going to do to finish Foo off, and I want to make sure I have room up here. We do have room. Okay. I love when that happens. We're going to connect these two hairs with a round triangle or rounded V. So let's show you how we're going to do this. So we're basically going to go, let's make a, we can actually make a triangle, but we want to round it off. We want it round. We don't want it to be so sharp. We don't want to hurt our fingers on it. We want to make it a little bit more round. So make me a round V shape, just like that. And then we're good. All right. I kind of, if you wonder why I pause, it's because I'm just trying to make sure I give everybody enough time to do each step. Okay, and we don't need to keep the sharp V up there. Okay, let's go. We're gonna just finish him off. He's actually done. So all we're gonna do is a curved line, a letter C maybe, or a fish hook. We're basically gonna go from here all the way up to here, and I'm gonna make a little mark so you can see where we made our first one. We're gonna go down a bit, and I'm going to make a little mark, and then I'm just going to make a curved line to connect. Just like that. Just making a little curved line. We're going to make a straight line, a slanted straight line from this, and I think we'll go like, look at your circle, look about halfway on the top, and we're just going to make a slanted line going up like that. All right, we're going to make two slanted lines on his oval foot. So let's do the first one. We're going to make a slanted line from the bottom going straight up to his body. And I want to do this. I want to do the bottom one first because once you have your slanted line there, now we know we're going to go from the top and we're going to make a slanted line back to his body there. I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. All right. Now all we're going to do is we're going to make another one of these round V shapes right over here on the end of his foot. Like that. All right. Then we're going to look over here on this one. Let's go to the bottom. We're going to extend the line out just a little bit, We're going to extend it out just like that. And then we're going to slant a line straight up, boom, right up to his body like that. And then all we're going to do is at the top here, we're going to make another slanted line. You guessed it, straight up to his body, just like that. And now we have the drawing done. All we're going to do now is do a little bit of erasing. Now, you could do the erasing after you ink if you want, but I'm going to do it with you right now. All we're going to do is we're going to go to the top here. We're going to erase the top of that first circle, just like that. Let's go over here. Anything to erase, really? Not really. Oh, yes. This is actually a good one. So we're going to only erase half of the circle here that you see. And we are going to add in a curved line going up like that. So he's got basically a two-dimensional, he's got three-dimensional arm here. All right, now let's look at his feet. We're going to erase a little bit there. And we're going to erase, of course, his whole foot. That's his foot right there. And it's almost like a flipper when I look at this. It almost looks like he's got a flipper. All right. So this is Foo. this is Foo. You did it. You guys did it. All right. I think I'm going to go and make just a little curvy line underneath his mouth, just to give it a little definition there. You know what? I'm going to also add a little curved line right there. Okay. But that's basically it. You don't even have to add that stuff. So that is Foo. Ink these in, color them up. I want to see your finished Foos. You can send them to our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. Links below. Check it out. And what else have we got going on here? We got an Instagram, but you can email me your finished artwork. We will post them up on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything you want to. So we can spotlight your amazing artwork, because I know it'll look so much better than what I've done. But, you know, that's because you guys are the major artists. That's right. You guys are the awesome ones. So if you like these kind of lessons and you want to do more, you can check out the links below for OUTSCHOOL. OUTSCHOOL is a educational platform where, of course, I do lessons, art lessons, talking about animals, comic books, all kinds of stuff like that. But they also got every kind of subject that you can learn: math, science, history, English, language. Oof, I'm getting exhausted now thinking about all the lessons. But they have them all there for you. Check it out in the links below. Let's see. Checking the chat real quick. Jenna says, woohoo. All right. That means someone did a good job. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. For this first one, we're going to do another one in a minute. We're going to do Morton from Mario Brothers. All right. So keep on drawing. The more you do, the better you get. Bye. All right, everybody. So that was the first lesson. All right. I'm going to check the chat real quick, see what's going on. Looks like we got a couple people here today. Welcome, welcome. How'd your drawings come out? They do okay? You can say. You can tell me. I know it'll come out better than mine. All right. I'm going to get things set up for the next class right now, or the next lesson. This is Morton. Let me see if I still have that paper I pulled out for who requested it. I don't know if it's still right here. I'm going to check it out. I put it somewhere safe, and that means I misplaced it. But I will find it. So you know who you are that requested Morton from Mario Bros. And I believe it's Morton Jr., if I'm correct. So we'll go ahead get ready for that one. Let me grab. All right. Fear not. We've got this. Okay, well, we will have this. All right, I'm going to let I misplaced my phone, so I can't take a picture of this, but I'm going to just film it for a second, and then I will pull it from that. You guys don't need to know all that. All right. Oh, it must be out of the spray. Oh, there it goes. We got to have a clean piece of paper. Woo! It's good you guys can't smell what this cleaner smells like. It is, wow. Okay. Okay, so also don't forget, comment below to let me know what you guys want to draw next. Otherwise, I'll be pulling from this bin, and who knows what I'll end up with. Okay. You guys ready? All right, let's do a jump scare intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another cartoon drawing tutorial. And today we are drawing Morton Koopa Jr. from Super Mario Brothers. I think I said that all right. So first of all, congratulate me for getting the words right. Of course, if I got it wrong, then I'm going to hear about it in the comments below, but that's okay. Requested by you. That's right. You request what we draw here. And the first thing I'm going to request is that you grab your 3 Ps out, your paper, your pen, and your pencil. Hopefully you have an eraser as well. Where's my eraser? There it is. And we are going to go ahead and get started. Now, let's turn our papers. You know, we could actually do this either way. This is the first drawing where it's actually a square amount of space. But I think we're going to turn our papers portrait or up and down. And we're going to start off with our pencils only. Pencils first, everybody. And let's get started. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to start from the top. Start from the top of the head. And what are we going to do? We're going to do a nice big letter U. That's not very big. There we go. There's a nice big letter U. Is that going to be big enough? Let's make a nice, I'm going to make my letter U bigger. I want my letter U to be so big. There we go. Okay. Once you have your big letter U, or it almost looks like a rainbow, huh? Let's connect it with a straight line. All right. We're going to connect it with a straight line. I'm going to make mine a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. All right. Okay. Now, once you have that, we're going to draw right underneath it a big oval. All right. We're going to draw a big oval. Now, I'm going to start like right here. And we're going to draw it. Should we draw right through it? Let's draw right through it. Let's do this. So we're going to draw our nice big oval. And it's going to be, wow. This is a big oval. This is a big oval, guys. Whoa. Whoa. Holy smokes. Now that is one big oval. All right, I'm going to draw a big oval. Now, you could draw that oval right through our U shape if you want. So you make sure that you have it. It might be easier to draw it that way. See the big oval that goes right through the U? If you can do it that way, I mean, if you have to do it that way, that's fine. Because we just need that nice big oval. It's very important to have the oval. So, because we're using our pencils, because now that you have the big oval, even though it's going right through the head, guess what we can do with our eraser? Boom. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. Now, I don't think anyone's listening. Because it's time for the secret that we do here. That's right. It's time for the magic T. Now, the magic T is magic because we're going to place it straight down, a nice big line straight down the middle, and then a straight line across. There's our magic T. Why is What's so magic about this magic tea? Well, first of all, let me, there we go. Give more. The magic tea is magic because now that we have it on our head, we know where all the pieces of the face are going to go, and they're going to fall in line and mat and just be perfect. And that's why it's our secret, because a lot of people go, how do you draw everything so perfect? And we're like, I don't know, a little secret I got here. So that's why we always erase the magic tea once we're done. Okay, let's do something a little fun. We're going to go up that magic tea right out the top. We're going to make a little curvy line like that. And let me make sure I've got some room here. There we go. We're going to make a nice big hair, a little hairline coming right out of there. And you know what? Let's go ahead and make 2 more. They're all going to be coming out of that magic tea. 1, 2. So we got 3. He's got to get a haircut. We got 3 hairs just coming right out of him like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and thin up this a little bit. Okay. See, this is the stuff I do when it's not live. All right. I'm a perfectionist. I always want everything to be perfect. Okay. Now, once you got your 3 hairs, we're going to go ahead and look at that magic tea. We are going to use this magic tea for so many things. The first thing we're going to do is go right across that straight line, and we're going to make a rainbow. There you go. Make our rainbow line, just like that. All right. Once you have that rainbow line, we're going to go from each side of the rainbow. We're going to make a giant curve line, and it's going to go all the way from the side of the rainbow, all the way outside his head and down to the corner of his head. What? All right, we can do this. Ready? Here we go. Curve like that, right? Curve all the way down, down, down to the corner of his head. Might have to draw it a few times. There we go. Just like that. All right. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. That's right. We're going to go up right here out of the rainbow corner, all the way outside his head, down to the corner of this giant U that we made. All right, here we go. We're going to do it together. Going out, and I'm kind of eyeballing over here because I want it to match, right? And down, 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 down. I think we got it. I think that works good. What do you guys think? Pretty good? Looks kind of match. It looks like it matches pretty good. You guys are using pencil, so you'll be able to get your line perfect, and then you will only ink in the line that you want. Okay. All right. All right. So it looks like we got some. He looks a little funny, but I think he's good. He's good. Let me make this cheek a little bit more round. It always looks different in the camera than it does when I draw it up on the board. Okay. And now it might even look weirder, which probably does. Okay. That's okay. Your drawings will be better. All right. Let's go ahead and go down to the bottom of his head. We're going to extend this line of our magic T. We're going to extend it. Extra power to the magic T. Are you ready? Then we're going to just make a big fish hook that goes from this line all curved all the way to the corner. Just like that. I know it seems like this U shape that we made at the very beginning with the corners, it's kind of like helping us figure out where all the pieces are going as well. So it's kind of like a little extra magic T. So here we go with this one. Same thing. Curve it all the way to the corner, just like that. All right. My oval's just not ever been very ovally. I keep looking in the camera and I'm like, how come my oval looks so weird? Okay, it is okay. We're going to go down and make I'm glutton for punishment. It's time to make 2 more ovals for his giant feet. We're going to make one on the side, and these ovals are actually going to be, so we're look at the corners of this oval, and we're just going to make 2 big ovals. Now, this oval is pointing up towards this direction like that. So let's make it nice and big because we want him to have nice big feet. Make those beautiful big feet ovals. And we don't want it to touch the body. We want a little bit of room. So make sure that, I made that one too big. We want to make sure that it's near the body but not touching it. We're going to do the same thing. If we could just pull that oval off and put it right over here, we're going to do that, but we're going to have to draw it actually instead. So same kind of deal. Now, if you want to, with your pencil, very lightly, you could draw a straight line across your page like this. So you know where the other foot needs to be, right? So I'm on my line, so I know that my other oval needs to be over here somewhere. Does that make sense? Now we're going to look at our 2 ovals. We want them to be around the same size. And I'm seeing this one. I like this one. It's nice round oval, but it's a little bit bigger than this one. So we're going to, if you need to, make sure to adjust your ovals so they're about the same size. You may not have to do any adjustments. You guys might have got it right the first time. All perfect. All right. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay. All right, inside those ovals, we're going to make a little baby oval inside each one. One's going to be right here, and the other one is going to be right over here. Just like that. I'm going to erase this line now because we don't need to see the light pencil line that we did, and we don't need to see this arrow, but I think it's helpful. Okay. Okay. I am going to, no, I'm not. I was going to adjust my oval, but I'm not going to do that. I might do it. I might adjust this just a little bit. And now his feet are too far apart. Okay, great. It's okay. All right. The next step we're going to do, oh my goodness. Are you guys ready for this? We're going to have some fun now. Okay. Let's go ahead and do his eyeballs. And he's got rainbow eyes. And are they right in the, yes, they are. They're right over here. So we're going to look at those bumps that we made up here, and we're going to make a nice big rainbow or a C or a U shape. And we're going to do the same thing. So we use that magic T line. We use the bump line. We kind of see where each one goes. And we can just put those letter C's and letter U's right next to each other, just like that. 2 U's, 2 C's, whatever you want to call them. They're right there. Inside of these eyes, we're going to make a nice round circle. Yeah. And then we're going to fill those circles in. Okay. All right. Things are happening now. This guy has got 3 big, huge eye. Are they eyebrows? I think they're eyebrows, guys. So we're going to make them come out of each side of his eyeball. We're just going to make these eyebrows. Look at that. And they go way out. They just pop right out of his head. They just pop right out of his head. I don't know why, but that's what they do. All right. So once you have one eyebrow, we're going to do 2 more on each side, and we're going to start at the same point, but we're going to go up a little bit higher each time. All right, just like that. Whoa. Okay, now he's looking a little bit scary. All right, so once you have those eyebrows, we're going to make his nose, and we're going to use the magic T. His nose are basically just 2 little round rainbows. Right there. See right there where the magic T is there? I'm telling you this magic T. Okay, let's make his cool mouth. And we're going to use the magic T line again. We're going to go right below his nose here. And we're just going to make a big, happy mouth smile. But we're going to make 2 of them. We're going to divide it right in the middle of that magic T. And so here we go. We're going to do the second side just like that. See where it ends up? It actually stops right on that letter U that we started with. All right. All right, let's do his legs. We're going to make a curved line from his foot to his body. And where's it start? Yeah, right about here. Boom. And it actually goes inside his body a little bit. That's weird. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Big, round, curved line all the way into his body. Then we're just going to draw 2 small curved lines from his body to his foot. Same thing over here. Little curved line from his body to his foot. All right, let's look at our big oval body that we made. And we're going to connect these 2, I don't know, bumps. We're going to connect them with a giant U shape. Just like that. Whoa. All right, good. Once we have that giant U, letter U's always in these drawings. We're actually going to connect, we're actually going to fill the letter U with 2 curvy lines. The first one's going to be small, and it's just going to connect from bump to bump, if you want to call it that, like that. And then we're going to draw another one that goes across the entire letter U like that. And that one's about halfway down that letter U. All right. It looks straight for me, but when I look in the camera, it looks a little off. That's okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's do his crazy arms. Crazy arms. We're going to start over here. And right out of this big, long curved line that we did, we're just going to draw a curvy line. It's kind of just shooting right off. And we're going to do a second one about halfway up this curvy line. Cheek. You know what? Hold on. Let's look where his mouth is. I think, yes. Let's go and draw a curvy line shooting up from around where his mouth is, his big mouth. His big mouth. Just like that. We're going to connect these 2 lines. As you notice, they kind of shoot off. One shoots this way, one shoots up a little higher so that the lines go apart. They start a little bit closer and then they kind of go apart a little bit. That's what we want. We're going to connect them with a curvy line like that. And then we're going to do a second curvy line just like that. Can anyone tell me what we just did with these 2 curvy lines? What kind of lines are those? Does anyone remember? Those are parallel lines, 2 lines that follow the same path but never meet or never touch. Either way, same deal. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go from the bottom of that big cheek. We're going to draw a slanty line going up. We're going to go up the cheek a little bit to his mouth, Do another slanty line going upwards. And they should go apart again. And as you can see, mine are not going apart. So let me redo that real quick. So same thing, slanty line coming out of his cheek. Look where the mouth is. And we want this go apart. Go apart like that. There we go. And we're going to connect them with the curved line. Just like that. What are we going to do? Can you guess what we're going to do to make it look like this one? A second curved line, a parallel line. That's right. Just like that. All right, we are almost done with this guy. Okay. So now we're going to draw some huge teeth, triangle teeth. And we're going to do the first big triangle. It's actually, let's think of it. If you don't get overwhelmed with the teeth thing, we're going to draw some letter V's. So we're going to draw a nice big letter V, and it can go almost as far as this straight line. So letter V, like that. Right next to it, a smaller letter V. There we go. Same thing on this side, close to the, just pretty much the same way we have it, real close to the edge here. We're going to draw a nice big letter V. Whoa, yikes. I'm scared of that letter V. All right, and then a smaller letter V right next to it. Look at that. There we go. All right, now that we know where the letter V's are ending up, we're going to draw a curvy line. It's a rainbow line, and it's going to start, and we're going to look, we're going to actually make this curvy line all across his whole mouth, and we're going to start inside these bottom bumps, and it's not going to go too high above. I'm going to put a little mark. I'm going to put a little mark on that magic T line right there, because we want to go curved line all the way to that mark, and then all the way across there. So we got a rainbow line, right? It's a rainbow, and it goes up, through, and back down. All right? Okay, that's actually the most difficult part. I think if you guys got that, you guys are doing good. All right, let's look at his arms. We're going to draw on each of these little double lines, these parallel lines. We're going to draw a curved line connecting them. So this one's more of a rainbow line. This is a smile line. We're going to go this side. Do the same thing. Let's do the smile line first. Smile line. And you see, I'm just doing them real shallow, real thin. Just like that. All right, now we can draw his arms, which are giant letter C's. Look at that. Big letter C and backwards letter C on this one. I drew this one a little funny. There we go. Okay. I have to redraw my letter C. I'm telling you, drawing on this big board is a little bit of a challenge, but I enjoy it. All right. Once you have those letter C's and backwards letter C, we're going to draw just a little curved line right in the middle of it. And that's going to be his thumb. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Curve your line, just like that. Whoa. All right. All right. You can see this guy is taking shape here. I think his feet need to be bigger, but maybe they're okay. What do you guys think? Bigger feet? Well, I might increase them a little bit, just a little bit. I like big feet on my characters. I don't know. Of course, I'm going to make it too big now, right? All right, we still got our oval inside. There we go. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to do some other things to his feet. We're going to draw 3-letter U's right here. 1, 2, 3. 3-letter U's on each foot. These are going to be his big toes. There we go. Got 3-letter U's on each one. We're on the last step, guys. We're on the last step. Holy smokes. I never thought we'd make it. No, I did. I knew we'd make it. We're going to do some erasing real quick in a minute after. Should we do erasing now? Maybe we should do some erasing now. No, we're going to wait till after. Let's do it after. We'll do it all together. Okay, so let's start from, I like to start from the top down. Let's do his bracelets. So he's got, on this little round thing that we made, we're going to have a triangle, spike going up, and then a V here going down. And then we got 2 big circles like that. We got to do that to the other side, right? So 2 big circles, 1, 2, and then a triangle going up and a triangle going down. All right, you're probably wondering, why are his toes over here and they're just big U shapes? Because now we know where the V's are going to go. So right on top of these toe U, right on top of the U's that we made, we're going to make these V's, or triangles, if you want to call them triangles. V's for me. And we're going to do that. And then we can just erase what we got in there. We're going to do the same thing on this side. A big V, V, and a V. Or triangle, triangle, triangle. And then erase everything inside those. See, there's his toes. There's his toes. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're doing some things here. We're actually going to connect where we drew his teeth, his big teeth. We're actually going to, you know what? We're going to erase some stuff because the drawing's getting crazy busy over here. So let's do that. Let's look at his face. We are going to erase, guys. Let's start with the magic T. I'm going to just go from the top down. The magic T. Bye-bye, magic T. Bye-bye, magic T. We enjoyed the fun, but it is time to erase. Okay? We're going to erase the magic T. We're going to erase, remember the U that we made at the very beginning? The big flat one right there? We're actually going to erase that too. Look at that. We're erasing it. We got to make room. We got to make room. Now we're going to erase this part, the big U that we started with. We're erasing the side of it right now. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We're erasing the magic T. Magic T that's in there, right? We're going to erase the magic T. We're going to erase the side of that U shape that we made again. Yep, we're going to erase this line of the magic U. All right. So now his face is nice and clean. We are going to connect this curved line right here with his tooth, with his big tooth, with a slanted line, just like that. See how it goes right? And it's on the inside of that V. It's not on the outside. It has to be on the inside. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. Same thing. Just a line connecting up to the V's. Okay? Now he's got a nice big tongue inside. So we're going to draw just another big rainbow line. Just like that. Now, some of you might have a smaller mouth, like it's a little bit more shut. And if you do, that's fine. You're going to just draw that last tongue line. And if there's anything in front of it, like the teeth, then you're going to erase it. Okay? You're going to erase whatever's inside the V's. So if the tongue goes through the V's, erase that part. So, because I understand we all draw, a little bit different sizes and stuff. So sometimes your mouths might be bigger than mine, or it might be smaller than mine. It doesn't matter. But as long as we have all the pieces, right? That's the important thing. Okay, let's look at his bracelets. We're going to erase that bit right there in his bracelets. I don't know if they're called bracelets, but that's just what I'm calling them. Okay. We're going to erase anything inside his arms, like that. Okay. We are actually going to erase the giant oval inside his legs, like that. Okay. We can keep a little bit. Actually, let's keep a little bit of his oval right here. So you can see I erased most of it, but I left a little bit at the end here. We can do the same thing over here. We're going to erase most of this oval, but we can leave just a little bit on the end here, like that. Gives it a little 3-dimension. All right, so his feet also need to have the same kind of treatment. All we're going to do is right down the middle of this top of this oval, we're going to erase, just like that. Right down the middle, just like that. So we can keep the other stuff. All right. Okay, we're not done though. I know he looks done. He looks pretty good, actually. I like him. But we're not quite done. He looks like he might, his body looks a little bit off here. That's okay. It's hard to gauge sometimes, guys. All right. So we are going to do his shell. That's right. He's got a shell on his back. And it's actually going to be not too hard. We're going to start near the top of him. All we're going to do is a curvy line near his head. And we're going to do the same thing here. Curvy line from his head to his arm, right? And then we can go down and we're going to draw from his bottom of his arm down to his leg. Another curvy line. Same thing. So we're following this line. So look, we're making like a giant shell circle. So if you want to kind of eyeball it, you can, but that's what we're doing here. Another curvy line. Like that. Once we have his shell, I kind of have it. Let's see. Yours will, you'll eyeball it a lot better than me. But that's the basic idea, guys. Put a shell behind him. There we go. I got a shell behind him, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Now we're going to add some spikes. He's got some cool spikes on there. So we're going to draw big letter V's. And we're going to do one on each side. Big letter V. And these two letter V's are shooting out and pointing towards different directions of the sky. Okay. And these letter V's over here, we're actually going to draw, and they're kind of shooting out towards this way, like this direction. So we're going to point out this way. So I suspect if you could see the bottom, his other spikes would be pointing downwards towards the ground, but we don't actually see those. All right. When you have those letter V's, all you're going to do is draw a little curvy line on the bottoms of each of these, like that. All right. And there you have it. There is Morton Koopa Jr. There he is. Now, as you know, you've been using your pencil this whole time. So now it's time to ink these in. Now, when you're inking in your drawings, remember, use if you got different size markers, if you got a thick marker, I would do like the outline of the body. But when you have his face and all these details, you want to use a thinner marker. Otherwise, it's better to use thin stuff for more details. But again, you're the artist. You decide what you want to do. Ink these in, color them up, and send them over to our, our Facebook page down below. Links below to our Facebook page. You can post your finished artwork. You can also directly send them to me, email, and I will post them up on all of the drawing to social media pages, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. We got it. Well, We have those three anyway. If you're looking for cool merch, there's links below to that. If you're looking for more lessons to draw stuff, we have an OUTSCHOOL. Oh, I have an OUTSCHOOL class. We draw animals, we draw cartoons, we draw anime, we draw everything. So check out the links below to all that cool, amazing stuff. And I will see you guys at the next one. But for now, keep on drawing. The more you do, the better you get. Bye. All right, folks. So that was it for this section of the live stream. So I'm looking in the chat right now to see if any of you guys have comments. What should we draw next, you guys? Drop it in. Drop it in the chat. Let's hear it. Who we drawing next? I'll give you guys 5 seconds. I'm just kidding. I'll wait for a second here. I hope you guys enjoyed the drawing. This guy was a little bit of a challenge, but he was a lot of fun. So thank you for the request. I did put the names of the people that requested stuff before. Okay, I'm not seeing any request ideas. So that means I got to pick from the bucket. Hey, I gave you guys a chance. But always, even if you're not watching this live, comment in the description. Comment below. Let me know what you want to draw. And I will add you to the bucket. You will be in here. Not you, but your request. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jenna says, that was fun. Not so neat, but fun. All right. Well, that's the important thing, right? Okay. All right. What do we get? What do we get, guys? We've got the Gup C. All right. The Gup C. Which Gup is that? Which one's the Gup C? Who remembers which one the Gup C is? Well, whichever one it is, that's the one we're going to be drawing. It's been a while since I knew all the Octonaut Gups by name. I would like to draw Quasi's, though. His would be fun. Looks like a tiger shark. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this long live stream. It's been 1 hour. Holy smokes. You guys stayed with me for an hour. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And I will see everybody next week. Same time, same place. Have your 3 Ps out. And as you know, as we sign off with all the other shows, keep on drawing. The more you do, the better you get. Bye.